Hey, welcome back to 10 pounds of shop in a 5-pound bag. I'm Bucky here, you're you there. And today's project is clutch work on my 2006 ZX14 turbo drag bike Saki Bomb. It's built by Ryan Schnitz, Schnitz Racing, for all your drag bike and street bike performance and maintenance needs. They're awesome folks over there. And they're going to hook me up with an MTC Gen 2 clutch. One of the things that's hampered my performance on this bike is trying to get a 398 horsepower drag bike to launch at a relatively low prep, low temperature track. I love Alaska Raceway Park. I love Michelle. I love the Lackey family, but they don't have the budget to be out there scraping every day and laying down those glass tracks that you see on some of the drag strips of the lower 48 on YouTube and whatnot. Or maybe you've been to Vegas or one of the four wides or whatever, and they lay, like I said, it's like a glass smooth pond. It looks like it's so perfectly prepped. But this year I'm gonna switch over to a Mickey Thompson drag slick, already ordered from Schnitz Racing. Got the MTC Gen 2 clutch going in, but the problem is I gotta get my inner and outer clutch hub off to Schnitz Racing so they can send it to MTC, get it modded up so I can have a more engine RPM dependent lockup clutch. Currently I've got a Psychologic lockup on here, a pretty primitive lockup clutch that uses centrifugal force to clamp down on the clutch plates more. If you're a car guy, who is it, Center Force makes a centrifugal assist clutch for, you know, a typical disc plate clutch for automotive and truck use. But anyway, I've got some centrifugal assist, but what I'm going to do is get one of those MTCs in there and make it a super soft clutch on the lever, but then have engine RPMs progressively provide lockup to that to get the power to the rear wheel. See if we can get that 60-foot time down. All so crucial to a strong quarter-mile time. I've done 8.61 in the quarter mile on this bike. It's gone 174 through the traps. But we're going to try to chip away at that 60-foot time and try to get that power down better. So step one today is getting the old clutch crap out of there. Got to start with taking off the fairing, get that out of the way on that side. Oh, I can get at that better than I thought I could. Got the steering cut just right. Should help me here. Oh, Costco rubber gloves. Well, nitrile, I guess. Lifesaver, game changer. So next we're gonna loosen up the Allen bolts on the fairing. This crack here was the result of a low-speed tip over. I think that was the big earthquake we had, the 7.1. The bike fell over in the shop and cracked that. So that is repaired from the backside with a section of PVC pipe and plumbing cement. And it seems to be pretty strong. I'm happy with that. Got to get the other bigger Allen wrench to get those two bolts out. Those are the last two things holding that piece on. Loosen up this. These are called the George Foreman's, by the way. I love that. They look like a George Foreman grill. George Foreman's ready to go. One of the nice things, and one of the benefits when you like a dealership mechanic, technician, pardon me, is that through repetition, you just get to know what you need or don't need, more importantly, do when you're working on a bike. Nice and gentle. Next up, I'm gonna need, if memory serves correct, a 9/16. This is power to the onboard air compressor for the air shifter, but also when I disconnect it, that's a lead to the battery, and I put my battery tender on there to keep her topped off. That's why that's disconnected now, is because I don't need power to the air shifter. I'm gonna get my 9/16 for this AN fitting. Yay! loose, tucked away a little bit. Now remember, there's a spacer plate behind this that makes room for the centrifugal lockup clutch. So you got two pieces that you're pulling off of there. But car guys, how jealous are you that that's how easy it is to access the clutch on a motorcycle? These centrifugal arms swing outward, and that lever pushes down on the pressure plate. It's going to take them off a little bit at a time. Like I said, 398 horsepower, 238, or was it 242 foot-pounds of torque? Nonetheless, a lot you're trying to put through a DOT 190 section rear tire. That's going away because I've got a Mickey Thompson drag slick on the way. Use a more sophisticated way of applying clutch out of the hole. Get the bike up on the two-step, get the turbo starting to make them boost, and then throw the clutch. I'm also going to gear it taller. Funny thing about turbo bikes, and I think some people say this about nitrous too, which my old bike, the Tin Man, was a nitrous-aided engine, Honda 919. Turbos like to be geared tall, especially in the modern era, the modern fuel-injected turbos. They like to be geared tall. So I'm going from a 41 tooth rear sprocket, which is already tall, down to a 38. Oh, that's right. I alternated shorts and longs. That's right. Which on a 5-spring setup is impossible to be truly symmetrical. I was looking for a way to have a little bit less static spring pressure and to count on the centrifugal a little bit more instead. I forgot. Be nice if somebody let me know what the mechanic did on this thing last year. Oh, wait a second. That's me. Got y'all. Got all the long springs. Jordy. This is what would be, well, it is the pressure plate, but it doesn't look like what you car guys are used to seeing. That provides the clamping force on the clutch stack. Needle bearing there, and that's the clutch release pusher. Take those all off. This clutch is going to be going away, although this is my first time looking at it after last year's race season, and I will say it looks pretty good. And see, like I said, all the clutch plates and steels, frictions and steels come along with it. There's 2 washers there. I've got the shop manual, so when it comes time to reassemble, I'll be able to make sense of it all. So there's the inner basket. Keep those in order, even though it's not 100% necessary. The thrust washer. So here we are a couple days later. I've got the OEM ZX14 Kawasaki outer and inner clutch baskets packaged up and sent off to Schnitz Racing for them to get them modded up. But I just realized I didn't show you the old clutch plates, and I figured, you know, it might be interesting to see what, I don't know, 18 to 22 runs, quarter-mile passes on a turbocharged race bike does to essentially a stock clutch. There's a centrifugal assistance in getting it to grab, but all of the friction is stock materials, just as you'd put in the same Kawasaki if it had half the horsepower that mine makes. Okay, these are the innermost. Try to reduce the glare, but you can see the hot spotting on the steels there. The frictions don't seem too wiped. There's some really nice hot spotting there and there on that steel. But again, the frictions don't look too bad. So this would represent, ooh, a little bit crusty on that one, huh? This would represent, like I said, probably closer to 20. Ooh, toasty, my friend. Whoa. Yeah. I'd guess it would probably be 25 quarter-mile runs, and burnout for each one of those. So, you know, that's the number of clutch engagements we're talking about. But it's those launches, a heavy turbo drag bike. I'm no lightweight either myself, intellectually perhaps, but not once I'm suited up for drag racing purposes. And its job is to try to channel all that horsepower and torque through this essentially stock clutch pack. So there's going to be heat, there's going to be friction, and I think it does a pretty fine job. That's the season. This coming season, hopefully I'll have some more runs on it, and I don't know how the new lockup clutch is going to be on the equipment, how hard it is, or how much it tears it up, or how quickly it applies it and prevents slippage and friction. So that'll be coming up shortly. Oh yeah, and check it out, we got a new package from the post office today. New Eibach rear spring for the bike. Gonna put a longer spring with a slightly higher spring rate. The old spring is maxed out to do what it's doing, and I'm still chewing into the rear fender with the tire once in a while, and that's, you know, undesirable. So looking forward to getting that in there also. That's whole part of the spring training. No, does that have to come out? So after consulting with the vaunted shop manual, official Kawasaki shop manual, and then not quite getting it, and then consulting with the vaunted YouTube to see what some idiot thinks, I think I have the methodology I need, and I think we're gonna eschew the special tools that some say we need and just get that clutch hub out of there. I know I took it apart once before, quite a few years ago. I don't remember the details, but I don't remember sweating over it too much. So I'm going to go with what the guy on YouTube says and yank that puppy out of it. There you go. Pushing out, which means basket can come out. Tilting it. There you go. Just gently working it out. And here we go. Oh, look at that. Bonus gear. But anyway, here's our core. We're going to send that off to Schnitz Racing. They're going to send it to MTC. And between everybody on my team, we're going to get a proper race clutch in Saki Bomb. So we'll get this cleaned up, boxed up, sent off to Decatur, Indiana. Oh, I can't wait. It's such a long winter in Alaska. Oh my God.